The return to integrity, healing after harming others. Introduction. The weight of harm. Harm doesn't just hurt the person on the receiving end, it leaves a mark on the one who caused it. Betrayal, theft, manipulation, and smear campaigns are heavy burdens to carry. But even in the darkest moments, there's a way back to integrity. It starts with facing the truth and choosing to heal not just for others, but for yourself. The story, betrayal and its aftermath. She betrayed him. She stole from him, drained his resources, and then ran a smear campaign to cover her actions. She framed him as the villain while playing the victim, leaving him to carry the weight of her lies. But as the dust settled, she was left with something she couldn't run from: herself. The guilt, the shame, and the realization of what she'd done began to eat away at her. She had caused harm, and now she had to face the consequences not just externally, but within her own soul. The awakening, facing the truth. The first step toward integrity is facing the truth. For her, this meant acknowledging the harm. She had to admit, not just to herself but to others, that she had betrayed, stolen, and lied. Taking responsibility, no excuses, no blame shifting. She had to own her actions and their impact. Confronting the pain, she had to sit with the guilt and shame, allowing herself to feel the full weight of what she'd done. This was the hardest part, the moment when she had to look in the mirror and see herself clearly, without the masks or defenses. The healing, choosing to change. Healing after causing harm is not about erasing the past. It's about transforming the future. Here's how she began her journey. Apologize sincerely. She reached out to him, not to justify her actions, but to offer a genuine apology. She acknowledged the pain she'd caused and expressed her remorse. Make amends. Where possible, she took steps to repair the damage, returning what she'd stolen, correcting the lies she'd spread, and supporting him in rebuilding his life. Commit to growth. She sought therapy and counseling to understand why she'd acted the way she did and to learn healthier ways of coping and relating to others. Practice self-forgiveness. While holding herself accountable, she also worked on forgiving herself. She recognized that her past actions didn't have to define her future. The return to integrity, rebuilding trust. Integrity isn't something you're born with, it's something you build, one choice at a time. For her, this meant living authentically. She committed to being honest, even when it was uncomfortable. Choosing kindness. She made a conscious effort to act with compassion and empathy, even in small ways. Staying accountable. She surrounded herself with people who would hold her accountable and support her growth. Final reflection. The power of redemption. The journey back to integrity is not easy, but it's possible. It requires courage, humility, and a willingness to face the darkest parts of yourself. For her, this journey was about more than just repairing the harm she'd caused. It was about reclaiming her humanity. It was about proving that even after causing pain, she could choose to heal, to grow, and to become someone she could be proud of. And if she can do it, so can you.